Hi everybody, it's Ash here with Natural Life. Today I want to talk about nutrient deficiency on a vegan diet. It's a very important topic that I think we should all look into and research as much as we can. So, most of us don't know, but our body needs over 45 nutrients to keep our bodies maintaining at its best. So the nutrients in the foods, they build, regenerate, repair and maintain our bodies at its best. So that's why it's important to get good nutrition. I think that half of the problem that we have these days with lots of disease is because of malnutrition. And partly because we're eating things that are denatured and do not contain, if any, nutrition at all. So let's look at the vegan diet, for instance. Now, modern agriculture is designed to produce food that looks good and has a good long shelf life, and that's why half the time the food that you're buying is not ripe and does not contain half the nutrition that it should do, because it's picked at the wrong time. So they grow these plants and they only need 3 nutrients for them to grow properly, and they are potassium, nitrogen and phosphorus. With those 3 nutrients the plant's going to grow, but it's not necessarily going to have those 45 nutrients that your body requires. Now, the soils that we have today, they've been poisoned, they've been overused, and they've not been properly maintained and built so that the soil can contain more nutrition and build nutrition and make it more available for the plants. So we have the slight epidemic, but is there something that you can do to improve your life and improve on this situation? Yes, there are levels, as with most things. So the next level up would be to buy organic whenever you can, whenever it's possible. And why? Well, because the farmers who are growing organically, they are incorporating natural organic fertilizers into the foods. So you're going to be getting a lot more than just free nutrients from your foods. And also, supermarkets work by supply and demand. So if you're buying loads of organic produce, then they're going to have to supply it, because that's just how the system works. So please, guys, vote with your food. It is that important. Okay, so is there an even better way, you might ask? Yes, there is, and you're probably thinking about it. It's growing your own food. You have full control over what's going into your food, what's going into the soil, and also I've found by growing food myself that when you're preparing it, you're just appreciating it so much more, and also it's at its best taste quality too, because it's ripe or it's ready to be eaten. So I have some tips for you if you're going to start growing your own food. One of the main tips that I've got to give to you is there is a product out there called azomite. If you live in the US or over here in England, it's called rock dust, and you can find it at hardware stores, garden centres and things like that. It's in a bag. I think mine was about a 5 kilo bag for something like £5. It'd be something like $8 or $9 over in the US. And basically that has over 72 trace minerals. And those trace minerals are going to feed your soil, they're going to feed the microbes, and then the microbes are going to make this big package of nutrition available for your plants, and the plants can then choose the nutrients that it wants for it to be its best. And when the plant's at its best, you're at your best. So that was my first tip. My second tip would be to compost all your scraps. I do it every year. Basically, I take all my food scraps, I take cardboard, anything that's biodegradable. I put it in my compost bin, and then afterwards, at the end of the year, it's all composted down, and then I put that on top of my current growing plot, and then that enriches the soil over the winter time. So when it comes to spring, the nutrition is there available for your plants. So that is my second tip. My third tip is to not till your soil. Don't start digging it up and killing all the earthworms and disturbing the microbes. Excuse me. It's very important that you leave the soil and build on top of the soil with your compost and rock dust. And so you might be thinking, well, I haven't got a plot of land, I don't have a garden. Well, you can grow too. You can grow things like wheatgrass, barley grass. You can grow things like sprouts just on your windowsill, and they have lots and lots of nutrition. So we've got our food, it's looking great, but then 9 times out of 10 we're cooking it. See, when we cook our food over 42 degrees, half of the nutrients are lost. As you can see in nature, there's no ovens, there's no frying pans, so our food is meant to be eaten raw. But obviously, a lot of us have this cycle where we've been cooking foods for most of our life, so it's hard to get out of that. So the best thing you can do is just try your best, incorporate more raw foods into your diet as much as possible. Even if it's just adding one more raw food to your diet per week, that will make a huge, huge difference to your lifestyle. So the next thing is basically, maybe you want to be extreme, like me. Maybe you want to go 80, 90, 100% raw vegan. You're going to see amazing results, but you know, please try your best. If you fall off the wagon's not going anywhere. Just get back on and get rolling with this lifestyle. Okay, so I get asked a lot of the time, shall I take supplements? Well, I wouldn't take pharmaceutical grade supplements, because half of the time there's fillers in there like talcum powder, which you remember as a baby, you know, you'd put that on your skin. Why do you want to be eating that? No, you don't. So the best thing to do is buy fortified foods. There's some corn products out there, non-GMO obviously, and I buy a lot of nut milks and coconut milks. They have vitamin B12 and vitamin D2 as well, which is great for people who live up here in the northern hemisphere. Obviously we're not getting very much sun, especially now as it's winter time. So yes, I'm just trying my best, and I want you guys to try your best too. And also look into supplementing with iodine as well, because that's what controls our thyroid gland and keeps our metabolism going. So we're eating all these foods, we want to be absorbing them the best that we can for the highest nutrient absorption. So remember, you know, to drink lots of water as well. Mineral water is always best from BPA-free plastic bottles. If you can buy it in glass jars, that's even better. But there's also minerals in water too, so please, you know, try and avoid tap water as much as possible. But once again, my message is try your best. Okay, so my last message of today is to eat a variety. See, every single food that we have has a different makeup of nutrients. So we have to eat all the colours of the rainbow and not just one. And I don't mean by eating Skittles either. So, none of that. So, this is a great lifestyle to be on. I hope this has helped you a little bit. If you have any comments, suggestions, please leave them in the comments section down below. Please like this video. Please share it on Facebook. Please tell your friends about it. Get everyone on this lifestyle and the world will be a better place. All because it started with you. Okay, thank you very much. And remember, let's get back to nature. Goodbye.